What is going on, everyone? My name is Jay Slice and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing part 2 of our Holiday Cup prep videos. We've got a whole new team today. We're going to be running Altaria with Snorlax and Lapras. Bit of a bulky team this time. I had a bit of fun with it. So yeah, let's jump in and check out the movesets for these mons. First up we have Altaria. He can learn Dragon Breath and Peck as fast moves. Dragon Breath is a very strong move, so that's going to be your choice pretty much all the time when running Altaria, no matter what the cup. Charge moves, you got Sky Attack, Dragon Pulse, and Dazzling Gleam. You're definitely going to want Sky Attack. That's the main charge move you're going to ever use with Altaria. It's definitely what you want. Dragon Pulse, Dazzling Gleam, you can pretty much take your pick. I usually run Dragon Pulse because it's slightly less energy, but on the most times you're going to be using Sky Attack and not its second move. Second up we have Snorlax. We discussed this mon last week in an Ultra League video, but we'll run over it again. We have fast moves Lick, Zen, Headbutt, and Yawn. You're going to want to run Lick. That's going to be the move you always pretty much want to run on Snorlax as a fast move. Then there's charge moves. It has a wide range of moves. It's got Body Slam, Earthquake, Superpower, Outrage, Heavy Slam, Skull Bash, Return, and Hyper Beam. You're going to usually want to run Body Slam as that's the spammy move. Might be able to get some shield bait with it. I also run Superpower. I've highlighted the wrong one there, but I think Superpower is the best option for it. If you want a high energy, high attack move, Earthquakes probably is its best option of the rest. You're probably going to want to steer clear of Heavy Slam on most occasions. It's not a very high damaging move, and everything else does have some merit to be used, but I would recommend the Lick Fast move with Body Slam Superpower. And the last mon of the team this episode is Lapras. He can learn Ice Shard, which is a legacy move, Frost Breath, and Water Gun. I would recommend Ice Shard if you have one. That's what I run at least. It has a decent damage per turn. It has a very high energy gained per turn, so that's a good move. If you don't have that, then you probably... you can take your pick from Frost Breath or Water Gun. They both have their merits, depends if you want an ice or water move. Charge moves can learn Surf, Skull Bash, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Hydro Pump, and Dragon Pulse. Surf is my #1 recommended move from that. It's a reasonably spammy move, especially when running Ice Shard. And then you could use Ice Beam depending again if you want water or ice, but running Ice Fast move, Surf as a charge move is what I recommend. Skull Bash is a very high energy, decent damage move, plus you get that +1 to defense all the time. You can get away with replacing that with Blizzard for the slightly better damage output, but you don't get that defense buff, and for that reason I run Surf and Skull Bash. So now we'll jump into the first battle. Alright, here we go. This is the first battle against Benny Baloo. With this team, I have, as we discussed, Altaria, Snorlax, Lapras. Shout out to Ben again for another match here. I was pretty excited to run this team, a bit of a bulky team. He leads Vigoroth, which is a pretty decent lead for me, to be honest. He can't really hurt me too much, especially with his counters. Body Slams do a little bit, but not enough to warrant a shield first up here, so I'm just going to let this one go through. As you can see, it doesn't do much. I'm almost at a Sky Attack, so I'll use that here. I also want to make sure that Vigoroth is kept away from my Snorlax and probably my Lapras as well, because he's going to be doing super effective damage against both of them. So he switches out to Graveler here, so I have to switch straight away and I go to Snorlax. That's definitely the right play. Graveler will be super effective against Altaria and Lapras. So Snorlax was definitely the right switch. As you can see, Rock Blast didn't do too much there. I'll now get off a Body Slam, and I would imagine he possibly will shield, and he does. So now I'm at the point where I'm going to have to shield this charge move, I think. And I do, just because of the fact that my other two mons are both weak to Graveler, so I can't let him get me there. I'm now running low on health, so I throw the superpower and hope that he doesn't shield this. I don't think that he will, and he doesn't, which is huge for me. So he's going to come back in with Vigoroth here, and I'll just let him farm me down, I think. Although I could switch out, I do have the switch time is dead. And he throws a charge move, which was a bad time to throw a charge move there. He had one hit to finish me off, and it's a bulldoze as well, so he used up a lot of energy. I'll come back in with Altaria knowing he has no energy. He switches straight to Altaria himself, which is perfect for me because I can come in with Lapras and hit him with super effective Ice Shards. Surf obviously isn't going to do much damage to Altaria, and Sky Attack's not going to hurt me too much, so I'm not going to shield that. I'll keep farming and probably throw a Surf here just to speed up the kill, I guess, knowing that Altaria in the back can easily take care of his Vigoroth. As you can see, Surf doesn't do much damage, but 2 more Ice Shards will have him down. So he comes back in with Vigoroth. I still have a shield. I throw a Surf here, which will be just about enough to finish this battle, I think. And 1 Ice Shard will complete the battle, and I still had Altaria plus a shield, so I was in a pretty good spot for most of that battle. Obviously, Altaria vs Vigoroth was a great lead for me, and Ben using a bulldoze right before my Snorlax died was a bad call from him. I don't think he probably meant to do it, but that definitely confirmed that I was going to win. The waste of the energy there. Alright. Now we move on to my second battle with this team. This one's against Bianca. So we'll see how we go here. She leads Alola Marowak, which is a pretty decent lead for me. And she switches straight to Frostlass. So I switch straight to Snorlax myself, knowing that Lick will hurt Frostlass as a fast move. Ghost, super effective against Ghost. This will be Avalanche, I reckon, so I'll probably not shield. She actually threw Shadow Ball, which was a mistake by her, but Shadow Ball's obviously not going to hurt me at all, so that was a great no shield. I'll now throw a Body Slam. This won't do great damage to Frostlass, but I was kind of hoping that she would stuff up again and shield. This one I'm expecting will be an Avalanche. I still don't think I need to shield it. As you can see, it does do quite a bit of damage. If she had thrown 2 Avalanches, I would have had to have shielded one of them. This Body Slam won't quite finish off the Frostlass, but it will get it very close, and I'm hoping that I can... Oh no, it will get it down, sorry. It was further down than I thought. So she comes back in with Marowak. It looks like she has a Ghost Fast move on her Alola Marowak. This will be just a Bone Club, which will finish off my Snorlax. Nope, not quite. Survive with just a couple HP and allows me to get a Body Slam and get a shield, which is huge. She then farms me down. I'll come back in with Altaria here without a doubt. She switches straight to Wigglytuff, so I got out of there quick smart because obviously Wigglytuff is super effective against Altaria. So now we're in a matchup that is pretty even, fast move wise. I obviously will get a lot more charge moves off with Surf, and I do have 2 shields. So I will be shielding the charge move that she gets to here. 100% will shield this. That will put us at even shields, but I do have energy to get her with a surf here. I might overcharge a little bit extra here before I throw a surf, knowing that this way I can probably get a quick surf off on Alola Marowak. Oh, she decides to shield there, which is an interesting play. Obviously wanted to farm my Lapras down. She'll only get one charm on Altaria. I still have a shield, and a Sky Attack ready to go. So this will finish off the Alola Marowak, or very close to. Not quite. Knowing that I have a shield though, I will obviously safely shield this. If it's Bone Club, it doesn't really matter at this stage. It is a Shadow Ball, so it would have done quite a bit of damage and a good shield. And that's the end of that battle. As you can see, I've got plenty of bulk in my team. The switches were reasonably safe across the board. Like, I feel as though you got good coverage. The big issue is if they have a fighter in the back, both Lapras and Snorlax are going to get pretty much smashed. So anything with fighting moves, but it has coverage to cover most types, I think. And now we move on to the third and final match that I ran with this team. This is against Passion's Grace again. Big shout out to everyone that helped me with these battles. As I've mentioned before, those were organised through my Discord, so check out the link below to join my Discord. If you want to help out, I am planning on running some competitions in the near future with them as well. So here we got the Talonflame lead from Passions, which I'm a big fan of a Talonflame. He's not going to be doing much damage to Altaria though, with fire being neutral. Resisted by Dragon, sorry. So I get a Sky Attack off here. He's probably going to shield, and he might even switch out. No, he stays in and does throw a charge move. He's overcharged for a flame charge, so this could well be Brave Bird, and is. So I probably should have shielded that. I would have imagined he would have probably switched out after getting that, but I get a Sky Attack off here, which will finish his Altaria. His Talonflame, sorry. So he used a shield and ahead, I guess, with the one kill. Now it's Lantern versus Altaria. Lantern not doing much damage with Water Gun to Altaria, so I do manage to get to another Sky Attack, which he shields. So he's used both shields already. I'll be coming in with Snorlax here because I won't want to be taking electric moves with Lapras, even though I do have two shields. And I'll just, I do use a shield here, knowing that both charge moves are pretty damaging as neutral to Snorlax. And I'll just be spamming Body Slam here. I obviously, of course, don't know what he's got in the back as well, so my plan is to probably have as much health on both mons as I can going into that. He does get a second charge move. This one I'm not going to shield, so this will get me down probably below 50%. And does. So I've got about 30% health left here, and I'm going to have to use a Body Slam. So Lantern has been huge here for him, and got him into a position that he can still win this match. In comes Shiftry, so now all of a sudden I'm in a little bit of trouble knowing that I have Lapras in the back. So I have to save this shield knowing that he's going to get to Leaf Blade very quickly. So I'll be spamming Ice Shard, which obviously is super effective against Shiftry. He's going to get to a charge move here, which will be Leaf Blade. And I'll shield that obviously because that would, I don't think it would have one-shot me, but it would have been very damaging. I'll get a Surf, which is not going to be effective, but it will get him down low enough that I can get a couple ice shards in and finish the battle. Just one more ice shard. So that battle with no shields would have been a lot closer. I might have still held on, but it would have been very tight. Yeah, that was an enjoyable battle, having Shiftry versus Lapras there at the end. As it turned out, Lapras was weak to his back 2 mons, so I was probably lucky to get away with that one there, but it worked out in the end. So there you have it, guys. That's episode 2 of my Holiday Cup prep. There's going to be one more episode which will be out in 2 days' time, running a whole new team that I'm pretty excited to use. So check back in a couple of days for that. This team, I think, has a bit of play. Obviously, it's a very open cup. It's going to be hard to build a team that's great against everything. Every team's going to have its weaknesses. This team obviously has a weakness to fighting moves in the back, but it's a very bulky team. You're not going to get one shot by too many things across the board. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, so like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all on the next one.